The point is, to learning the Mishnayos is a thing.
Yaakov, it's a Maaser brought in the Tami Minhagim. You could look it up. One of the Ziddich of a Rebbe's. So he had the yard site for his. They're bringing the bottom. I don't know exactly where they bring it. And I learned he had the yard site for his mother, and she came to him in Cholim, and she told him it's very nice. You learned Mishnayos, Lakov, and me. He said Kaddish. You had Amid, but you didn't bring Tikkun. What did you do that? You didn't bring Tikkun.
Really?
Yeah, I said all the stuff you did was wonderful, but you didn't bring Tikkun for people to make l'chaim to me. Yeah.
For other people to make brachas, mamish.
Yeah.
I hear.
Baron, it's like your Erev Pesach ticket. Does that count? Sorry, you set me up for that one.
Mine's on Pesach.
You can't compete with you.
What, Naftali?
My mother's yard site. It's first day Pesach.
So I have yard site for my mother.
Erev Pesach. I know.
My mother's Erev Pesach, and my father is Chalamoid. So I have also on Pesach.
Okay. It's very hard to get a good ticket then.
That's why I made the joke, Naftali.
I understand.
That's why I made the joke.
I understand. I got it.
I tell you, when I was growing up in Rockaway, Nachi felt I'm always at yard site the first day Yom Tov and made a kiddush in his house. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you know where Nachi Feldon is buried now?
Where?
Next to my father.
Oh, really?
No, your father's
not
actually
next,
buried.
My father's
My
next to
father's buried next to Nachi Feldon.
Next to him, right? Okay.
He died before your father.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're right next to each other.
Aaron, so myself and Dov Lachman walked Nachi to the cab stand in town to get a car in a cab. Mr. Levi was second day Yom Tov.
Oh, right. They did right. Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
I was gonna say it. And Naftali is gonna be there. Lailam Vued. Those who got it.
Naftali, did your father bring any jokes with him? Because even Nachi's gonna run out of stories at some point.
Right.
My father put ticket.
What did I miss at the beginning of this that we're recording this?
No, we started Mishnayos, that's all.
Okay.
We started because of yard site, because we have yard site tonight. So maybe we got into yard site.
I mean, we said the word Mishnayos.
Yeah. Anyways. Hashkifa, yeah, Mishnah Yud Gimel. Maaser Sheni. I'm not Maaser Sheni P5 Mishnah Yud Gimel. Yeah, Hashkifa, with this is, if anybody recognizes the Kriyas HaTorah of it, but we're discussing the vidoy that you do when you clear out all the Chumas and Maaseh. Hashkifa b'ma'ayin kachachem an hashamayim. So it says, look down from how's the whole puzzle going? That Hashem should look down from Shemayim and bench his bench Klal Yisrael. Asinu mashikazar aleinu. So we say that we did what you made a gzeira on us to do. So you too should do what you promised us. Hashkifa ma'ayin kachachem an hashamayim. Look down from Shemayim u'barachas amcha es Yisrael v'banim u'banos, and you should bench Klal Yisrael with children. Right? The
niggin of the Mishnah.
Yeah, it's true. Right. And the earth you should give us with dew and rain and with the children for the animals. So that you should give tam to the peiros. Right? So that's we're basically it's an interesting tefillah. We're putting Hashem on the spot, saying, we listen to you, so now you listen to us. Right? Mishnah Yudal, Mikan Amru Yisrael Mamzeira Mizvadim. So from here we say, right, that that Yisrael and Mamzerim could say vidui. Right? Avaloi gerim v'lo avodim b'shuchrorim, but not gerim and not avodim b'shuchrorim. Why? Because they're not shein lehem chelik ba'aretz, because they don't have a chelik in Eretz Yisrael. Meaning not because they're not part of Yidden, it's just they weren't given a chelik in Eretz Yisrael. So then the obvious question is, what about Kahanim and Leviim? They also don't have a chelik. They also didn't get a chelik in the land. That's why we have to support them. Rabbi Yossi yesh lehem ori migrash. Rabbi Yossi says no, they do have the Kahanim and Leviim do have. They have the ori migrash, which is the the open areas outside the cities. So those
also, they also yashnul the gerim. So they're doing okay.
Yes, they are doing okay. Yes, they are the gerim too. We're not worried about them. I mean, we got to support them, but Lamaisa, they don't have a chelik in Eretz Yisrael. So according to Remeir, they can't say this vidui. Last Mishnah. Yochanan Kohen Gadol, Mishnah Tesvav. Yochanan Kohen Gadol hever haydayas hamaisa. So Yochanan Kohen Gadol, he stopped the whole vidui. It's interesting that they call it haydayos, haydayos. Right? The word hayda and vidui comes from the same. Somebody was just saying this. Were you just saying this about? Somebody was saying it from the Balei Machshava, like the Chaim Berlin. I think I thought quoted from Rav Hutner, maybe.
It's exactly the same word. Haidu, even by hollow, first means acknowledgement, then it means gratitude. That's why we say it 4 times.
Right. So that's good. So it's the same thing, yeah. So Afhu bitalas ma'orim. So he also was mavatal the ma'orim. Right? The ma'orim were the people, with the vekkers, as they call them. Right? He's a man after our own heart. He stopped the vekkers in the base of Mikdash. Right, but that doesn't mean the vekkers that to wake people up. They would cry out, that they would say to in pasuk. What's the pasuk in Tillim? The Rav doesn't bring it. Ura lama sishan Hashem. Right? Why are you sleeping? That's hanoikfim, and the people that are the ones that hit. Meaning there were people they used to make
They hit the Levium.
What do you mean?
The Levium who were on guard duty. They used to go around. He used to go around and hit them because they would be nodding off. He would hit them.
What, to wake them up? Yeah. But the pasuk is saying is like that's how noikfim, and so noikfim is that they used to make a cut in the head of a carbon right before it was shechted, right? Because like this, it would bleed, and the blood would go into the animal's eyes, and then the animal wouldn't be able to move around so much. It might be much easier to shecht it, right? Which is an interesting practice, because obviously you can't do it enough to make it into a balmum, right? So that's what they did. Ba'ad Yamav hayapatish, he was mavatal all that. Ba'ad Yamav hayapatish makav Yerushalayim, and until his days, the patish, the hammers, would be making noise in Yerushalayim on Chol HaMoed. Meaning until then the people worked on Chol HaMoed because it was a davar ovid. And then he stopped that too. So he stopped that also. And then the last thing is, and in his days, a person did not have to ask about demai. Right? Meaning you didn't ask when you bought demais from what you buy from an amoras. So he didn't ask. He said you don't have to go ask, because he said everybody has to separate demai. Right? Fine. Okay.
If he took away working on Chol HaMoed, it's not that he asked working, it's that he took away the ovidness. In other words, in his course, everyone was wealthy enough that it was not money lost. Otherwise, if it's a davar ovid, how can you stop it?
Disturbing the l'chaim.
Yeah, he's even on the Mishnayos. Gershon likes to Gershon likes to push off the lechaims after a parak. Anyways, Hadron Aloch Masechta Maaser Sheni. Yeah, we're on to
I was Lishma.
Masechta
I was
Chala.
giving him time for 2 L'chayims, not pushing off one.
Yes, I hear that. Okay, let's learn a little Musa because we haven't learned Musa this week, and then we got to go because Tzadi Dalet, Share Tshuva, Tzadi Dalet. Al techalel es bitchel as noisa. You should not be machal your daughter to be mezana. V'loy sizna haaretz umala haaretz zima. And you should not have.
We're up to Tzadi. Hey.
Yeah, so I must have done on another. I was wondering though. It sounded like we did it, right? Yeah, we did
it
right.
It talked about the malachim over there.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry, but thank you. And I see the great einish of being meyachid with the pnuya for his nus. Right? You should not have znus in the land, and the land is full of zima. If somebody is baal at pnuya, we're obviously talking about a pnuya, a single girl who's not a nida. If she's a nida, then it's chorus. We're talking about she's a single girl, right? Pam achas derech mikra just happens to be. So like a makas mardus midivrei soifrim, you get makas mardus midrabanon. Bavad hamachshela hagadoyla v'hara asher timtza es habayim ela pnuya. Besides for the big nichshol that happens to people that are together with single girls, kihi busha litval mitumas nidas v'meinar v'mikva mayim, and because it's a busha, right, for her to go to the mikvah. Pen Yuvula Larabim calls Nusa, because then people are going to say, why is this single girl going to the mikvah? Right? So you're causing her to have this embarrassment. Al kain tiyak bini dasa tumasa b'shula, right? So therefore she's going to stay a nida, and it's a phrase. Her tumah is going to be on the bottom part of her clothing, and she doesn't remember what's going to be at the end of her. That's a reference to a pasuk in Eicha, right? So meaning that she's a nida, that's a major isser. So basically what he's saying is that if you're going to be together with a single girl, so really she would want to go to mikvah, but she's not going to go to the mikvah. First of all, the mikvahs are not going to let her in if they chap, right? But she's going to go to the river, but then people are going to see what's she doing in the river. So then she's just not going to go to mikvah. So besides for pnuya, she's going to be a nida. Right?
How is he getting this out of the?
We don't say they can't go swimming. Penuyas.
True, it's true.
Also,
Based on the conversation this morning, it'll be another thing you could take away from the girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't once upon a time Tefillah Bisman a mitzvah?
Yes.
So they went to mikveh.
And they used to go.
He's talking later than that.
Also, and
they went every month. Yeah,
but he's learning it from the pasuk. How is he learning that from the pasuk? If by the pasuk they did go to mikveh.
What do you mean by the pasuk? They didn't go to mikveh.
They did. Bisman, the Torah was written.
Right. So what are you saying?
They went to mikveh, but he's learning from the pasuk that she's not going to mikveh.
Yeah.
She did go to mikveh by the pasuk.
Because that's today what they do. What?
Today we don't. Then they did.
So what are you saying?
How is he taking from the pasuk that they won't go to mikveh?
I don't know. Yeah, okay. You shouldn't marry your daughter off to an old person. This is a very interesting one. I mean, how prevalent was it that the Shara Tshuva has to write. Don't marry her. Don't marry her off to an old person.
Like the 8-year-old boy who marries the 100-year-old girl.
Yeah, it's
That's
actually
right, exactly.
right. Yeah, yeah, yes, right. It's
Right.
actually coming up in the daf in this
Today.
week. It's no, it's
We
not.
did it
Is it
today.
today? Today's daf? No. What's today's? I don't even know what today's daf is. Whatever.
Iron.
I know. No, it's coming up. It's
The rate we're going, you're not going to make it to get to today's stuff.
yeah. All right, that's all right. Yeah. Anyway, so those are the warnings that you should do. Okay, we'll stop over there.
No traffic, no way.